Okay, here we go. Hey, Shelly and Jenna. Happy Thanksgiving. This is the What's New With You section, which starts off with that. Oh, that's a great start. Alright, let's try that again. Hey, Shelly and Jenna. Happy Thanksgiving. This is the What's New With You section for October 12th, 2025, which starts with an editorial, a little picture of me with some pumpkins behind me. It says, Editorial, Scribbles stuffs Thanksgiving weekend with fun. Hello, my friends. Thanksgiving is once again upon us, and we hope yours is filled with love, hope, and peace, and that you find many things to be grateful for. You can start with us. We kicked off this long weekend on Friday with a new Scribbles video that revealed the animated characters that left us after level 2 of Best Cartoon Character Duels. Today we've got lots for you to gobble up with a new edition of What's New With You, from visiting the Yukon to completing Doggy Obedience School and everything in between. Your fellow Scribbles pals have been busy enjoying plenty of adventures, and we love sharing them with you. Tomorrow, Scribbles Best Cartoon Characters Duels Level 3 begins with a week of exciting duels. Regardless of where this Thanksgiving finds you, please always remember that you will always have a seat at Scribbles' table. Our goal is to provide you entertainment and info in a positive environment where everyone has always been welcome, long before it became the thing to do. And it's true. So whether you're doing a big family gathering with lots of food and merriment, or you're spending the weekend relaxing by yourself, we're serving to you a Scribbles video, a What's New post, and the return of Best Cartoon Characters Duels. What a wonderfully unique thing to be thankful for today. Here, stuffed with lots of your adventures, is our new edition of What's New With You. Sincerely, Kenny. And here it is, What's New With You. Starts off with Heather and Doug's dog Zumba. Great big picture. Got his head resting on a side of a wicker chair, a patio chair outside. And it says, this was Zuma's first summer at our Scribbles friends Doug and Heather's place, and by the looks of things, he seems to feel right at home. And then on the side, we see a picture of Heather with the other two dogs, and it says, our friend Heather with her other two dogs, Lily on her lap, and Bella. So all the dogs are in there somehow. Okay, next. Well, how cool is this? Our Scribbles friend H was featured with his big brother Stephen on Big Brothers Big Sisters of Niagara socials. H, still pronounced H, lol, is no stranger to Scribbles friends. We've featured stories about him or his mom, Tammy, ever since he was a little kid. We love that H and Stephen are mentee and mentor. And then there's a picture of the two of them. It says mentorship equals consistency. And then the Big Brothers, there's an excerpt from what they wrote. It said, for the past 10 months, Stephen and H have built their friendship through simple, meaningful routines, from walking Stephen's dogs to playing video games and sharing about their day. Their time together shows that consistency is the key ingredient for growth. This BBBS month, we celebrate matches like Stephen and H, who remind us that mentorship doesn't need to be complicated or flashy. It's the steady, reliable moments that make the biggest impact. That's very nice. Next, we have a little baby, and she's in a pumpkin patch. It says fall behind her, and it's the Hewitt Fun Farm. And then there's a little insert picture of a kid with a big smiley face because she's getting her birthday cake. And it says, our little pal Isabel has been a busy baby. She turned 1 in September and recently went to Hewitt's Fun Farm with her family. She's got this little paper hat on and cake all over her and her face. Oh my goodness. Next, our happy Scribbles friend Heather recently wished her dog George a very happy 7th birthday. George got dressed up for the occasion. He's like a bulldog, and he's got a red bow tie. Not a bow tie, a tie, like a men's tie. Red and black checker tie. Next, our Niagara buddy Phil aka Turtle, recently celebrated his 5th birthday. On October 1st, my cat Miss Kitty turned 10, a day before her dad's scary birthday. And there she is. And next, each September, our Ottawa Valley pals Kathy and Ernie attend the International Plowing Match and Rural Expo. This year it was held near Grimsby, so they were close enough to pop in to visit us at my mom's. And then there's some pictures of the groups of us, Kathy and Ernie and my sisters and Graham and myself and Mom. Beneath that we have our friend Francesca, and she's got her Mr. Sock that I gave her, but he's got a cool plaid tam on his head and a big bow tie. He's not wearing the same hat that he was wearing when I gave it to her. And it looks like a little postcard. And it says, Mr. Sock's cousin, Angus McSock, looked dapper in his hat and tie when he joined Scribble's pal Francesca and family for a visit to St. John's, Newfoundland. And there's 3 pictures. There's one of him by the Cape Spears Rock, one with the ocean behind him, and then one with Francesca. Next, we have a photo of a great big fern beside some people. It says, I think this fern loves this spot, said our Brantford Scribbles friends Jim and David. We think you're right, guys. Looks amazing. And this fern is like bigger than the guy. Bigger than David, okay? Next, our Scribbles friends Jay and Courtney's twins Cooper and Tatum arrived sooner than expected. But the happy family, including the couple's daughter Kinsley, are all now home. I'm so happy for you. I love how you live your dream. And there they are, the twins, and the babies are tiny. Next we have Fort Erie pals Kayla with dog Rosie and Maya with Ellie received praise after they completed the Kids and Canines Obedience course. Way to go, girls. And they got their little certificates, and then they are standing there with their dogs getting their picture taken. Next, Justin Preston of Rise Against Bullying shared this message recently. To anyone struggling today, I want you to know you have a purpose. Our minds are great at tricking us at times, but I believe in you. Keep pushing forward. Great message, Justin. This is followed by, we love this photo of our Niagara Falls pal Kathy's cat, Min. She's doing a meerkat impression, says Kathy. Yes, we definitely see a resemblance, and her cat is standing on his hind feet, and then I put a picture of a meerkat who's doing the exact same thing. Next we have Wallen Scribbles pals Gloria and Scott's beloved dog Deacon waits patiently at the window before deciding a nap would be more productive. I think he's a big Rottweiler. Big full black Rottweiler. He can just reach up and see right out the window. And then in the second picture he's crashed. And now we have some pictures from the Cedar Campground, and it says, nothing could be finer than enjoying a summer day at Cedar Beach Campground. We know we've done it. It's in the Ottawa Valley. Here we have cousins Owen and Maddie at Cedars with their grandparents Kathy and Ernie. And there they are. They're on this it's not a surfboard, like a big magic carpet on the water. And another picture, they're in the little tiny red lawn chairs. The kids are about, 8, looking out at the water. And then they're roasting marshmallows. And then there's a picture of Kathy and Ernie. And next we have 3 pet pictures. And the first one says it's photos of Dunville Kitty, Miss Sadie, and her mom Catherine always bring a smile to our faces. What a beautiful bond. And this cat's beautiful gray, long hair, tabby, beautiful eyes, very photogenic. Next we have a little doggy. It's New Jersey Scribbles pal Jojo's dog Gracie isn't letting glaucoma slow her down. And you can see one of her eyes has a little smoky area on it, so she's got glaucoma. Next picture, Niagara Scribbles friend Laura refers to her dog Maggie Grace as her perfect princess, so we gave her a crown, LOL. And I just put a little crown on the dog's head in the picture. Now we have our Niagara Scribbles friends Stephen and Julia were looking mighty dapper on a recent day out. I keep thinking they're in New Orleans for some reason, but they weren't. Just the big straw hats and they're holding drinks in their hands. It just looks like a picture of people strolling down New Orleans. Next we have September 20th is a day of celebration for our pals Trevor above and his son Lucas. That's both father and son's birthday. Lucas is now 7 years old. We hope you guys had fantastic birthdays. Followed by, the weather did not disappoint, said our Scribbles pal Sally. I got my annual birthday swim. And check out her cake from @cars.cakes. And it's this really cool swirly design on the cake. And there's Sally standing in front of the pool. Now we have Nova Scotia Scribbles pals Angela and Glenn have been busy for the past few months. Ange went to Toronto to see the Toronto Blue Jays play. The happy couple celebrated their 25th anniversary in July, and they traveled to the UK where they surprised Glenn's brothers. There's a video that they posted that's so cute. The brother crying, it was so nice. There would be another surprise. Glenn had an infected kidney stone and spent some of their vacation time in the hospital. So they had visitors coming to see them at the hospital. Next we have, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto, said our Scribbles friend Shelley of this photo of her at the airport in Old Crow, Yukon. Shelley spent a week in the Yukon with friend Marcia. And there's a quote, "This was my first fly-in only destination, and it's in the Arctic Circle, baby," said Shelley. "Looks like you had a good time, Shelley, my dear. Love it." Next, there's a cute little black puppy with a white belly. When our Niagara Scribbles friend Gail posted this photo to her Facebook page, her friends fell in love. But wait, this cutie isn't Gail's dog. It's her new grandpuppy. Adorable. 3 more pics. Rose Tint My World. It's our Dunville pal Pat's dog, Miss Mabel, in her cool shades. And Mabel is a big white poodle. And she's got heart-shaped goggles on, like sunglass thingy. It's so cute. Speaking of cool shades, our Scribbles friends Justin and local singer Seeley were blinged and ready to enjoy a leisurely summer walk. Sweet. Great big glasses. And actually, Seeley's got little heart-shaped glasses, same as the dog. In the other picture, not the same color, but same idea. The last picture in this section, my sister Kim's cat Gigi enjoyed time at the campground this summer, and she's sitting outside with her little leash on, looking very content. Underneath we have an inspiring thought. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, "I will try again tomorrow." Marianne Radmacher is who said that. Okay, and then there's another post down here that it's called Fire in the Sky. It was separate from the What's New With You. It was actually posted the day before, and it looks like the sky's on fire. The clouds are all orange and yellow, and it says, "Our Saskatchewan friend Darren reposted this stunning photo taken in 2023 by his son Xander." Darren said Xander snapped the picture during their fog walk, and he calls this one Fire in the Sky. Yep, works for us. It is indeed a fiery photo. And the inspiring thought for this one is, if you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your troubles, you wouldn't sit for a month, by Theodore Roosevelt. Good one, I like that. Next we have We Still Give a Shit, and it's spelled like Schitt's Creek, SCHITT. And then there's a small picture of the cast, like Moira, David, Johnny, and Alexa. And then there's a picture of these 4 kids, like the kids are like less than 5 years old, and they're each dressed as one of the characters in adorable outfits. And then in another little picture, there's me holding up, I found these little tiny dolls, Schitt's Creek like characters with the hotel behind them. It's a toy you can buy in Walmart, but I didn't buy it, but I took a picture. And it says, Schitt's Creek may have ended a few years ago, but its influence and popularity is as grand as ever. Check out these kids as the adorable Rose family characters. That's John, Moira, David, and Alexis. We don't know who they are or who originally posted them using photo, but we just had to share it with you, our Scribbles friends. Next, we have the Schitt's Creek Rose family dolls that I spotted at Walmart. The dolls are okay, I suppose, but it's the packaging that is everything. I didn't buy it. $40 is not a ton of money, but it's not within my budget. And there's no official word, but it has been suggested that most of the Schitt's Creek cast are open to a reunion. Fold that into your mixing bowl, and that's in reference to one of the episodes where David and Moira were baking, and they said fold in the cheese, fold in this, and they're both arguing what does fold in mean. It was pretty funny. Inspiring thought: a hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. Now, Christopher Reeve. Okay, and then you're up to date. Okay. Love you.